How many questions did you ask during your last negotiation? I've been involved in many negotiations, successful ones and ones that failed spectacularly. And the one thing that I've learned is that questions play a pivotal role in every negotiation. Are you taking advantage of the power of questions in your negotiations? In this video, I will tell you how to use the power of questions to your benefit. Welcome to the Beardless Negotiator. My name is Friese. I've assisted companies and individuals globally to achieve their goals through negotiation. Please allow me to summarize it in 7 points. Let's go. 1. Open-ended questions are the best way for fruitful and constructive negotiations. 2. Change why questions into what is the reason that. 3. Don't assume, but get the information from the other party. 4. Don't forget, every negotiation is unique, so please treat it as such. You need questions to gather all the information required. 5. Prepare a list of questions before the negotiation and ask follow-up questions during the negotiation. 6. Don't be afraid. People like to talk, so don't feel afraid to ask questions. People actually appreciate it. People like to answer questions and share their views with you. 7. Please remember, it's the other party that has to talk next, not you. And if I summarize it even further, ask more open-ended questions. Trust me, it really makes a huge difference. In a previous video, we explained the principle of in their world to their benefit. Part of applying the principle is that you have to understand the world of the person you're negotiating with. How do you do that? By asking questions and by being genuinely curious. The best questions to ask are open-ended questions. What are open-ended questions? Open-ended questions start with what, how, when, which, where, and why. Now, all of those are great, but there's one that we prefer not to use. We don't recommend using why questions. Why, you ask? Why questions can be perceived as more aggressive, and people getting why questions may get defensive. And of course, we don't want that. That's why we change why questions into what is the reason that? And if you think about it, every why question can be changed into what is the reason that question. You will get more information thanks to the openness of the question, and you don't run the risk of the other party getting defensive. Lots of negotiators assume they already know what the other party wants and needs. And that's why they don't ask many open-ended questions. Because why would you if you know it all already? But trust me, you don't know the world of the other party all that well. You might think you do, but you don't. Just like the other party doesn't know your world that well. It's impossible. You will always know your world better than the other party, and the same the other way around. Asking questions will show that you're interested in the person on the other side of the table. And that is something that all humans truly appreciate. They're willing to listen and learn. I love questions. As the French philosopher and writer Voltaire said, judge a man by his questions rather than by his answers. So, what questions can you ask and what can you do with the answers? One of the open-ended questions you can ask is, what are your main priorities in this negotiation? With that answer, you know the key interests and concerns of the other party. With this information, you can address their needs effectively. When would you like to have this negotiation finalized? This will tell you something about the timelines they have and whether time is in your favor or in their favor. Which aspects of our proposal are most important to you? Focus on these aspects in your proposals, because that's exactly how you can create the most value for them. If you create value for them, they'll be willing to do business with you. What's the reason that you're considering doing business with us? With that information, you know why you're at the table. Why are they willing to deal with you? Why are they going to buy something from you, or why are they going to sell something to you? And you can take advantage of that in the negotiation or use it towards other clients. What challenges do you foresee in reaching an agreement? Understanding potential obstacles can help you to address them proactively. And if people feel heard, if their worries are taken away, they'll be willing to do business with you. They'll be willing to make decisions. This also demonstrates your willingness to find solutions and to collaborate. How do you envision the ideal outcome of this negotiation? This provides insight into their desired result. And with that, you can tailor your proposals to suit their needs. And that increases the likelihood of an agreement. What are the upsides for you if we do come to an agreement? And that question creates vision. It will create a vision for them what the world will look like if they've made this agreement. And without vision, no decision. We want them to think about how this deal will benefit them. We want them to envision it. And when they envision it, they'll be willing to make decisions. So definitely use this question in your next negotiation. Perhaps you're watching this and wondering, how do I ever come up with these questions during a negotiation? Well, you don't. That's why you prepare. That's why you prepare your list of questions before you go into a negotiation. Download the AI-powered Sound Negotiator Assistant from the app stores or go to soundnegotiator.com and simply ask the assistant to create a list of open-ended questions to ask during your next negotiation. If you subscribe to this channel, you'll get an additional 30 days for free on me. Links are in the description. On the other hand, please also don't assume that you can prepare all the questions for your negotiations beforehand. Take the liberty during your negotiation to ask additional questions, to ask follow-up questions. The first question will give you a start. The second question will allow you to dig deeper. And the third follow-up question will bring you closer to the truth. Sometimes people are afraid of asking questions. However, if you ask open and respectful questions, it's highly unlikely that someone will feel interrogated. It is, of course, about the delivery, but people really do appreciate the opportunity to share and to talk. If you ask questions, they will actually like you more, not less. Everything so far works. It's been proven many times. However, there are a couple of mistakes that happen a lot when we talk about asking open-ended questions. And yes, these mistakes are also made by me. So trust me, I know what I'm talking about. I've seen the best possible questions ruined. How? Well, there's two things that often go wrong. First of all, by asking a great question at the wrong time. Make sure you build up to the most important questions you have. Don't just throw them on the table. You wouldn't like it if that happened to you, so also don't do it to the person you're negotiating with. 2. Starting to talk yourself after you have asked a great open-ended question. Please don't do it. I see it happen all the time. But after an open-ended question, it's not you talking, it has to be the other party that starts talking. Just keep quiet. Count to 10 in your head if you have to, but please don't talk after your own question. Don't ruin your question by not being able to handle a little bit of silence. Please let me know in the comments what other mistakes you often see during negotiations. And while we're at it, let me know in the comments what your negotiation-related questions are, and I will try to answer them in a future video. We are here to make you a better negotiator, a sound negotiator. Like and subscribe. Good luck with your negotiations. Want to see more? Go and watch one of my other videos.